What's up guys, my name's Danny. If you're new here, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for popping back onto my channel and watching another small business owner vlog, specifically a candle business owner in the start of the busiest time of the year. We're getting ready for fall and holiday candle season. Here behind me, you can see all of my fall candles. As of right now, as I'm filming this, I have not launched yet. I am planning to launch second to last week of August, so like around August 22nd. I'm already living in October mentally. So yeah, I think maybe this vlog will be going out around launch time. Not sure, could be right before, could be right after. But either way, I hope you enjoy coming along with me behind the scenes as I am getting some work done. I have a couple things to show you in this video. One of them being Candle Science's new Blending Elements expansion pack. This says #1, so there should be more expansion packs coming, I think. I haven't heard that, but if it says #1, I'm assuming there's gonna be a #2 or maybe a #3, and there's room for growth with that, which I am always really excited about. And I wanted to jump right in to that first and show you the new oils from Candle Science, because there's some really cool ones. Thank you, Candle Science, for kindly sending me these new oils and some blotter strips to sniff on camera and share with you guys. And I'm really excited to see what is in this box, because I'm a pretty big fan of their blending elements already. I find that they are really helpful for creating your own unique fragrance blends. I have a couple of videos on blending fragrance oils. If you were curious, I usually leave them in the description box down below. It is so fun to play around with these one-note fragrance oils, because if you just need a tiny hint of a one note and you don't want to go crazy with such a layered, intricate fragrance oil, these are just like absolutely perfect. I've used the cedar a lot in some of my blends, and I feel like it is such a true cedar rather than like a blend of like a lavender cedar leaf or a sandalwood like cedar scent. You have the pure one note. I don't need to say anymore. They're just so helpful if you are looking to create a very specific scent blend. So here they are. The first one here is Fig Leaf Element. I love a fig scent, and Candle Science does have the brown sugar and fig, and they also have, I believe it's called Fig Leaf, or no, maybe Mediterranean fig, something. There's like two different figs that they already have. So this one just says Fig Leaf Element, which I expect to be kind of like more of the, maybe like the green side of it, more of the pure leafy fig without being overly sweet. It has a very uplifting yet earthy vibe to it. It's definitely very earthy. It definitely reminds me of another oil. It reminds me of Green Leaves Elements a little bit, but I would have to compare them. It definitely smells like a leaf. I don't know if it smells like a fig leaf, because I've never really smelled a fig leaf up close, but it's got that very earthy but upscale kind of clean feel to it at the same time. It's very nice. It is pretty strong though. Like I will say, like at a bottle, that is pretty pungent. And not in a bad way, just like it's definitely like hitting my nose. Next up we have Apple Element. Now Candle Science has a couple apples. They have Macintosh apple, they have evergreen and apple, they have apples and maple bourbon, and I believe there's another apple that's more on like the simple side of it, but this one says Apple Element, so it should just be one note. Wow, it smells literally like a real apple. Very crisp, very sweet, but in the most melony, pure, apple-y way. Like you just cut open a fresh apple. Oh my gosh. I would definitely use this as a blend in a fall scent, in a blend, or on its own, like a hand soap too, or like a room spray. Okay, next one I'm very, very curious about, because I was actually on the hunt for a true honey fragrance oil last winter because I was prepping for spring, and I did find something that smells kind of like this, because I can smell this from a mile away right now. But let's see how this holds up. This is the Honey Element. Oh my gosh, that is real honey. This has been a struggle to find something that is super true, that doesn't have too many overpowering floral notes. I love this better than the one I was using, and I would definitely try this out if you're looking for a true honey oil. That really smells like honey right out of the jar. It's not quite dried down yet. I definitely like splashed a bunch up on myself, but that smells so good right off the comb. Oh, body care products. I'm thinking like hair products. Next up, we have the arugula element. Oh my gosh, so excited about this. Did not expect to see something like this, but for like a summer garden candle, even to add like that gardeny element with like a petrichor and like a tomato leaf, tomato vine. Oh my gosh, I love that. This might be my favorite. Oh, the honey too, but like the arugula is so true to life. Oh, I'm obsessed. It smells so, so real, so green. Wow, I'm very impressed, Candle Science. That is so realistic, that arugula. Like I said, again, amazing to add just a little hint of that into a scent to give that fresh green element in a gardeny way, in an herbal way. Oh, and next we have tomato vine elements. So I believe Candle Science, I don't know if it's discontinued or it's still there. I think it's still there. It's the tomato leaf they have, fragrance oil, and it has multiple notes to it. So this is just the element of tomato vine. Let's see if it's even more true to life, because I feel like their tomato leaf fragrance oil smells just like a tomato plant. Okay. I guess the vine maybe is different than the leaf. The leaves, I know the leaves, when you crush them or you rub them between your fingers, the scent is so strong. I do it all the time, like when I go outside in my garden. This one smells a little more pretty, a little slightly like almost floral to me, the tomato vine element compared to the tomato leaf. It smells a little more on the soapy side, but honestly in a good way. Like it smells really clean and fresh. And you do get a hint of that tomato leaf scent if you are familiar with the tomato leaf fragrance oil or the tomato vine fragrance oil from other suppliers. You get that here, but this is like a little different. It's like a little more fresh. It's not as like green and overpowering. It's more like pleasant and light. I don't know if that makes sense. It's definitely like more in the, like it smells like it's already a body care product or something. Next up we have black currant elements. So they have the black currant jasmine, black currant absinthe. This is just black currant on its own. Wow, that smells like a real berry. I want to drink or eat this. That is delicious. And I'm not like the biggest berry fragrance oil girl. I don't like fruity scents. My gosh, I would use this in a heartbeat in a blend. It smells so good. It smells like a real juice. Like this is like a black currant juice, blackberry. That is absolutely like spot on. Ooh, I'm excited. This is labdanum element. I love the leather in labdanum. Let's see what labdanum element smells like on its own. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm obsessed. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely stunning. It almost smells like a mix of the leather and labdanum and the obsidian fragrance oils from Candle Science. It smells very earthy, elemental, deep, dark, a little spicy. It feels leathery without that true leather note in it, if you know what I mean. Some of the leather fragrance oils can be a little icky. This one is amazing. Okay, next we have the rose elements. This is nice. I think they have rose petals. They have the rose petal gelato fragrance oil, and they have the bohemian rose. I really like the bohemian rose fragrance oil. Not being a huge floral girly, I feel like it was very green and fresh. So let's see what the rose element does. That's really comforting. I actually really like this. I don't find it to be too grandma-y, but this could be very grandma-y if that's something you're sensitive to. Any kind of florals. It does have like the powdery rose note a little bit, but in a realistic way. This smells like I just went out to my David Austin rose in the garden and I sniffed it. It smells like a real garden rose. I would use this as a blender for Valentine's Day for sure. It is a true rose, like not a fake rose, not like a too deep sweet rose. They have the rose and oud fragrance oil, which is super strong and it's really nice, but this is very, very feminine and fresh, and it's very uplifting as well. It almost smells like a little watery. It's like there is the blend of the powder in there from the rose, but it also has like watery notes. And I know it's just one element, I know it's just rose and that's the only note in it, but that's what I'm picking up. It smells really good. Okay, I think that I have sniffed all of them. I have to say I am very impressed specifically with the arugula. I mean, the rose is just the best rose I've ever smelled. As far as a fragrance oil goes, it smells like a real rose. The honey element was so true to life. The black currant was absolutely delicious and juicy. Tomato vine, I think if it's broke, don't fix it kind of mindset is what's coming across my brain right now. Is like, I love the tomato leaf fragrance oil better than the tomato vine element. The fig leaf, I wasn't insanely impressed. It smells nice. It smells like leaves. I would use it to blend something if I wanted to add more of that leaf note in it. The labdanum is something I would definitely play around with for some of my candles. It is amazing. This is probably one of their best blending elements packs yet, I would have to say. Like, definitely pick this up and try it out and sniff these oils. Thank you again to Candle Science for letting me try out your new blending elements. Super fun. I can't wait to play around with them. So I kind of want to make a Instagram reel that gives customers a tour of the candles before they come out, before I launch them, so they can kind of make a little shopping list. I feel like that would be helpful to kind of go over the scent profile with them and just say what I will have available. I don't have everything ready yet, but I have most of like the 9-ounce jars, and I have some of the bundles ready in the flush boxes, so I can show them that. I think I want to film that in advance before the launch now. These panel lights are great because they do charge up, so you don't always have to plug them in, but I just sometimes am afraid it's gonna like die in the middle of it, so I do keep them plugged in if I don't know how long I'm gonna be filming for. I don't want to see a back of a chair, so I'm gonna use Johnny's Ninja Turtles stool, I think. And we are bringing back the jack-o'-lantern candles from the previous years. They remind you of a 90s Halloween, and they smell like one too. They have this cute hand. So I figured I'd show you a wholesale order as I pack it up. If you are curious to see how I pack my wholesale orders, I literally just use my wax boxes if I have them on hand. So I try to save them if they're not too banged up, because sometimes they really do get so smashed and crushed in transit from a UPS or FedEx or whatever. So I try to save the boxes when they're in good shape, because they're pretty sturdy. They're usually holding like 45 pounds of wax in here, right? So it's been good when I have enough boxes to put candles inside of here. And when I say that, I mean the 9-ounce jar boxes that come with the candles when you don't buy them on a pallet. Those boxes are like my pride and joy. You know, I have none left. I just have like leftover ones from when I started, and I was using the 9-ounce jars from Birch Bottle, or Candle Science will send them in those boxes that have the dividers. Hold on, I'll grab some. Like this, for example. This is the clear 9-ounce straight-sided jars. I use them for a private label customer, so I'm not buying them by the pallet like I am with my 9-ounce ambers now. And these are the best things to ship in, to fit in these boxes. It's like just seamless. So I have been just taking the jars out of these, and if it's like a local customer like this one is with the clear glass, I can put it in another box and just carefully pad it with paper or something else. So I know I can purchase these. I know Flush makes boxes for 12 of the jars that I use, but they're expensive. I don't want to buy them. I mean, I really don't know how many more of these I have. I think I might have just one more, so we'll see. So I actually have half of our order already packed in a box, so I'm just pulling the other half now. She ordered 48 candles, so we have Humble Harvest on this tray. She did like bunches of 8 of each scent, of every scent in the autumn collection. So we have Cozy Season packed already. We have Humble Harvest packed. We also have Haunted Hayride packed, and so I think Autumn Leaves. Yeah, Autumn Leaves. So now we just need to do October Country and All Hallows Eve for the last box. I am going to be shipping this out around the same time as the launch that will go live on my website. But I'm just making sure I have this pulled away from the stock so that I do not add it to online inventory. Put that in nice and neat. I can just stack 2 of those boxes right on top of each other, and they have just enough room on all of the sides to fill with more peanuts, which keeps it from moving around. I like to kind of pack them in since this is a heavy box. And I'm not going to seal this one up because I do want to write a handwritten note, and I want to add some samples of maybe like a holiday scent or something that she doesn't have yet, just to allow her to smell some new smells that are coming after this collection. You can see over here, I just have a printed out like sheet of paper that says my business name on it, and I just tape it on there to cover up this ugly looking, scuffed up golden wax label. So, yeah, that's how I do it. The next order I'm packing, I am lumping into the wholesale section of this video, but it is not a wholesale order. It's just a really large order. This didn't meet my wholesale quantities. Definitely requires a large box. I'm making sure I use my dispenser. It's like a roll that I can rip the pieces of craft paper that I wrap the candles in off of really easily. It has a blade on the end. Most of the time I will not wax seal for wholesale. That just isn't included in the price. But for this one, since it's still a retail order, I am making sure I wrap them and pack them like that. Guys, I filmed like 30 minutes of footage without the mic being on. I've got 2 more, so I'm just going to do a quick recap on my top tips for you know, starting to get some wholesale or growing your wholesale customer base. My 3 top tips would be: 1, try out Fair. I personally have not tried Fair yet. I have an account on there, but I've never, you know, like went into detail or made a sale on there or tried. So I know that this is like a streamlined way of doing it, but of course there are fees, but it's great because it's a marketplace. It kind of just connects you with them naturally, so you don't have to do all of that heavy lifting that is kind of going out and trying to find these wholesale clients yourself. But if you want to do it the way that I've been doing it, you can kind of highlight the fact that you do wholesale, make it known to people. It's kind of like when you first start your business, I would always kind of say to myself, who have I told today, or how many people have I let know that I make candles and I have candles for sale, or that they even exist, right? Like, social media is pretty big and vast, and you can reach a lot of people that you don't know, a lot of people that aren't even in your state, in your city. So if you're not doing local markets and connecting with the community, you can let people know that you do wholesale. You have some wholesale pricing. Once that is, of course, I'm assuming it's set up and you have that ready to share with someone who may be interested in it, you can post things like some pictures of a lot of candles all in one place, and get creative with the way that you market, and maybe run some ads and just essentially scream from the rooftops on your platforms, your website, that this is available, because someone may be curious, but they don't really know how to get the info about it, and maybe they have so much going on running their own business, their own brick and mortar already, that they're not going to go through all that extra effort of like trying to like dig through and like find the email, right? Like I think that's why a lot of them do use Fair, but you can make it easier for them by presenting it. Of course, you can approach them, you can send them an email. That might be something that they find very convenient as well, where they don't have to go out and look for new vendors to have in their shop, or it might be something that bugs them. I'm not sure, because I've never been in that position, but I think that establishing a genuine connection and networking and genuinely liking the shop and finding it a good match for you and your products is important, instead of just like going around trying to get your candles in every shop there is. That might be just the way that I think, but I feel like it matters, the type of people that come in there, the type of customers. Like, still, you want to think about your target demographic and see if it's a match. And when it is a match, it is such a dream. Like having my candles in a farm stand or in some of the local shops that they are in have always been like my dream of the perfect aesthetic match, and they're in some of these shops. So definitely go shoot your shot with it, but be kind, offer some samples, and don't be annoying about it and keep bugging them. Just, hey, like, I make candles, I'm a local maker, I do have wholesale pricing if you're ever interested in carrying my candles in your shop. I love your shop, I come shop here all the time. Pop in there physically, go into the store. I mean, that definitely shows like a good support and like physical connection there, but we don't all have the time to go out and scout, of course. So yeah, social media works as well, for like weddings and baby showers and bridal showers, and like all those favor candles that are more of like a one-time wholesale sale. You can make an example candle, right? Like, even if you don't have a sale right now, this might be like you trying to get some more custom like bulk orders. You can make a candle and put a label on it with some names or like your wedding date here, and that kind of displays that you have the ability to do it. It gives someone a visual representation of what you're able to provide, and then you can say, email me for more info. Those are my tips. I hope they're helpful. For all my candles, all 18 of them ready to go. I did make her a little key as to which wax seal is which scent, because I do know that she is gifting them. This is something I will do on special request, or if I know the customer has been coming back every year for this specific gifting occasion, that's what I'll do. And over here, just to show you what I was working on before I turned the camera on. This is not being shipped, it's going to be picked up or dropped off, but I've got 24 candles in here. This is for a local flower farm called Sow and Grow. She has 2 of her signature candles that she's restocking. We have the duck, which both of these smell so good. It's very like woody masculine. And we have the deer. So I dropped off those wholesale orders for shipment at the UPS drop-off point the other day. And then I also got another one that came in, so I have that ready to pack. And that one's going to be shipped to Utah. I also have it's a wholesale order that's more of like a personal wholesale order compared to a like a boutique that's putting it on their shelves to resell. They're actually just purchasing in wholesale quantities for gifting. So that one is packed. That'll go out Monday or Tuesday. And then I got another inquiry for a wholesale order for fall candles that is local. So a local boutique that carries my candles wanted to place another 48 candle order to get some fall candles on their shelves. So I have that set aside. And all of this was like pulling off of my stock for the retail launch. And oh my gosh, I know this is like a do as I say, not as I do thing. I know I told you guys to be prepared and have all the supplies, and you don't want to get caught in the middle of your season trying to scramble to find more supplies when they're sold out from suppliers, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. I do have enough for today's launch at 6 p.m. for my autumn collection online, but I think I'm going to need to make more. And while this may sound like a good problem, I'm kind of worried because I do have a couple other local wholesale clients that didn't get their fall candles yet, that haven't asked yet, but they have samples and they get the collection each season. So I'm like, oh, they're going to ask and I'm not going to have anything, which I feel like is a failure. I'm just putting that out there. That's kind of like where my thoughts are. I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't, prepare or anticipate enough. But I also have been kind of learning to be a little more gentle with myself with this and know that it's a process of growing, and that's a good thing, even though it feels like I'm doing something wrong. Because there's the thought of like, oh, I could have made more, could have sold more if there's more demand. So that becomes stressful. And then what's also stressful is one of my suppliers is moving locations and combining warehouses with another, it's all the same business, but they're combining warehouses, and they're really, really back ordered. Like, they aren't announcing it on their website. I haven't seen anything in the announcement bar, whatever. So personally, me, like on my website, I will put like processing time estimated, it could be from 2 to even 12 days, just to give that extra buffer. Like, hey, this might take a while, just because I'm one person, especially during busy times. But for this supplier, which I get my oils from, and my wax and other candle supplies from, they don't have anything on their website letting you know that they are moving or that there may be delays in processing time estimates, which I've seen sometimes they will put that up, but there's nothing on there now. So I placed an order for some oils that I really need to help make more candles. I do have a bunch more labels of some of the autumn collections, so I would like to make more, but here I am caught in the middle. I emailed them asking about like how long it's going to take, because I've noticed usually I will get like a processing kind of email like, hey, your order is in production, right? Like, or it's, being packed before it ships. So they had said it will probably be around 2 weeks from now that they will ship the candles out. So the supplies out. So yeah, a little stressful. Also, there's some oils that have been sold out for a long time that I really need for private label clients and for my own holiday collection. Like, I need to be buying those oils now and starting to get that ready with discovery boxes and stuff. And it's out of stock. They said it's going to be out of stock for the next 4 weeks at least. And they're really sweet and apologetic in emails and answering emails quickly. But it's like, if I would have known that, I would have ordered my wax that I'm going to need from my other supplier so that I can get that in like 2 or 3 days instead of waiting like 2 more weeks until it ships. So yeah, just, some things that are slightly out of my control that I kind of still beat myself up about. Like, I should have had that. I had more, whatever, prepped, planned. Either way, doing it all, predicting it all, and keeping inventory by yourself without like an inventory system is super difficult. I definitely want to work on that in the future. Inventory for like fragrance oils and stuff. I'm not the most organized with that, but I think this is more a matter of like growth and not realizing that like in the middle there's going to be more demand and you can't really predict that. And that's definitely something that feels really risky when you're planning for it, to like buy more than you think you'll need. And I do that, and I do it just a little bit in a safe way instead of like overbuying. When you're funding it yourself, it's definitely tough, especially coming right out of a slower season, which is summer for me and most candle makers. So that's a little stressful, but it's okay. I just have to let private label clients know that there's going to be more of a wait for their custom candles. But either way, I am prepping for the launch on my website today at 6 p.m. So what I did last night was like totally clean off this table because I had candles all over it. It is no longer a production table for this next couple days. I pre-cut some papers, some corrugate. I have more corrugate under there that I cut last night while watching The Summer I Turned Pretty, episode 7. And I have all my wax melt samples. Really easy to access here. Kind of have like a line up here where I can just grab this, then grab this, and wrap the candles for shipment. I also have my candle care cards over here and my stickers that I add to orders as well. Everything that's really easy to access to make this easy for myself, or as easy as possible, because it will be a lot of time spent down here if I have a successful launch and sell a lot of candles, which I hope I do. So TV is over there. I can watch that as I'm, stuck down here for days packing orders, but I have a couple orders that came in this week that need to be packed. I want to get those done and ready so they're shipped out first. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to go through kind of like my checklist in my head of what I need to do in the next few hours before the launch. And those things are kind of just like double check the website, make sure it looks good on mobile, make sure it looks good on desktop, double check those quantities, kind of like make sure everything is running smoothly as much as I can before I make everything public right now on Shopify, because I have a lot of stuff that's like invisible, some drafts that just need to be made active when it's ready for launch. So yeah, I'm just going to go through the checklist of what I need to do. I can even wrap some candles if I do have extra time. And that's pretty much it for now. I'm just going to get those orders packed and get ready for my fall launch. You'll see as I am wrapping these candles that there's a lot of holiday scents from last season that are going out. That's because I don't really have too much on my website right now, but I do have my holiday scents on clearance ever since maybe February. I don't really know exactly when, but earlier this year after the holidays, I put them on clearance, and they've been on clearance all summer. So people have been grabbing them a lot lately. And I think that's really smart because maybe they're like loading up for holiday gifts for this year, because we're kind of like lapsing that, getting really close to holiday season again and getting them at a discount, or they're just craving those types of scents as we go into the fall season. There's some cranberries and some warm like fireside scents, as well as some cinnamon in there. So I know that people love to burn holiday candles all year round. I personally love like a cinnamon or an orange peel candle all year round if it's like cozy and warm. So yeah, that's what a lot of the candles that went out were, as well as some Bookshop Cafe. Right, 5:58, getting ready. I'm on the website right now. Everything is pretty much already visible, but if you click the autumn collection, it doesn't take you to the listings yet because everything is just drafts. So I'm going to start to undraft them, make them active. I get really anxious, so I'm always like, like what's gonna happen, And there probably was a better way to do this, but I have to go one by one and make everything active. That's the way that I'm doing it right now. But if you guys have better ideas on how to do it, I've made the website private in the past. Oh shoot, it's 6. So, and I'm making things public. So, oh my gosh, I can't even talk. I feel like it's gonna start happening soon. Yep, that's the first one. I didn't even finish making things active yet. They must have grabbed bundles or something. You guys are fast. If you are on here shopping the launch, I just want to say thank you so much. I just want to show my appreciation. All right, we are active. I think everything except for the jack-o'-lantern at this point. I didn't even make it. I didn't even make the. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to hurry up. All Hallows Eve isn't active yet. Guys. Menus. We go in the main menu. We go to Autumn Collection. Okay, let me just make sure that's working. Yep. What? What? All of the bundles are sold out? Okay. I might have to like make more. I had like a backup plan, like to keep some aside that they could be made into bundles, but people are buying singles now, so I don't want to interrupt the flow and like pull inventory and like screw that up because it's going fast, obviously. So I might wait for it to calm down and then assess what's left as singles and see if I can turn them into bundles, because the bundles were like at a discounted price and you get like the pretty wrapping and stuff. So I do want more people to get those. I do want to make my Instagram reel live now, letting people know that the collection is available. I just used the Gilmore Girls, I can't even think straight. The Gilmore Girls sound where it's like, I am an autumn.
You plant a lawn.
Whoop. That was Midwest popping up, one of her reels. All right, let's just check, make sure it looks good.
So what's the verdict?
Okay, cool, perfect. See, it'll be quite busy. I love when people leave a order note. Cool. Some people got the trio candle sets like just one, and then they combined it with something else that they wanted, and other people, let's see what the first order that came in was for. If you're watching, Claire, you were my first order for one October country candle. Look, everything calmed down. It was like a mad rush at 6. And then we have Allison, who is my second one, and she got both of the bundles. So she got all of the 6 candles. She knew what she wanted. Okay guys, I think I'm going to just cap this video here. I'm gonna take a minute, watch these orders roll in. I am so grateful, so incredibly grateful for this kind of turnout so far. I'm hoping that I sell out. I'm hoping that people love the candles and it brings joy to their home. So if you watched this whole video through, thank you so much for keeping me company as I got ready for this fall launch. This is like such a crazy big time of year for us candle makers. So yeah, thank you for watching, for supporting, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye.